Hey YouTube, Survival Every Day. I'm doing a redo on the Troy Industries Battle Alpha foregrip here. The first video that I made, I don't know what happened. I had some crappy lighting, I guess, and then by the time I uploaded it to YouTube, the quality sucked. So I'm doing another one real quick because I really like the Troy Industries foregrips and particularly the Alpha Rail. So I really wanted to redo it and show you exactly why I like it, and maybe it could be something that you could put on your AR or possible build in the future. Okay, so the Troy Industries, they make this foregrip. It's aircraft grade aluminum. Obviously, it's CNC'd. It's very nice. It's very nicely made. They make three models. They have the VTAC Alpha, the Standard Alpha, and the Bravo. Excuse me. The VTAC has these slight slots that run instead of these circular cutouts, and the Bravo has the Picatinny on all four sides, which I don't personally like. I think it's a lot to grab at the front of the rifle. Also, I think it adds a little bit more weight, and it's just not very comfortable. So also with the Alpha Rail, they also make one that comes with a front sight that pops up. I don't like that one. I think that's just one piece of the foregrip that could possibly break, and then you'd have to change out either get it fixed or change out the foregrip. I'd rather go ahead and use like maybe an attachable front sight like Magpul's M-Bus here. I really like them. I think they're really nice. And I have one issue with the Magpul M-Buses, and I'll do another video specifically showing what that issue is. Anyway, so what I showed in the other video, and I'm going to show you here real quick. I put this on. I had this one on previously. It's a 9-inch rail. Once you've got one on and you want to switch around with them, it's really easy. If you're starting off with a standard AR configuration with the grips and the front sight and everything like that, you're gonna have to take that off, and that's a real pain in the ass. You're gonna need a few things in order to get that off. You have to remove your front sight, and you have two pins here, and you have to knock them out, and it really is a pain to get those out. Then also here you have, obviously this comes off. In the back you have this ring that goes back and forth, and behind it is a spring. And once you get that, in order to get this ring and this spring off, you have to remove the barrel nut. So in order to do that, you're going to have a upper vice grip that you put on, and it comes with a sort of like a plunger that you can put down in it once you put it in the vise, because you're going to have to, if you remove it the way I did, you're going to have to use a AR tool specifically designed with the cutouts there for the barrel nut. And that's, to me, is the easiest way to remove it, is to get that. Let me see if I can show you on here. I don't know, it's out of view here on the map, but you have to remove that in order to put on this front grip. It really is a pain in the butt. I've seen some people that actually cut this stuff off rather than removing the barrel nut. They just cut this stuff off with a Dremel, and I didn't want to do that. I didn't want to take a chance of gouging anything up, digging anything up. But anyway, real quick, all of that stuff that I just took off. All right, I'll make a little pile here. Hopefully you can see it's in camera shot. Okay, all of that weighs 13.61 ounces. Okay, then you go with the 9-inch Troy foregrip, and then you go with the I think this was a Troy, or I can't remember, but you go with a low profile gas block, and even with the mounting hardware, okay, I've weighed it all, and it comes out to 3 ounces, 3.312. So that's a significant weight savings. Obviously, I did not put, oh, and I even, that was including, excuse me, excuse me. Actually, with the front sight on here, it does bump it up a couple of ounces. I think it came out to like 5 ounces. Let me just check here, make sure that I'm still on. Yeah, it came out to 6 ounces. So I think it was actually just a hair under. Well, anyway, that's a huge weight to me. Every little bit counts. Okay, so really quick, talking about mounting. It comes with these compression plates, if you want to call them, and you get 3 of them, and these hex bolts that you thread through. Okay, and then these go on the inside. Okay, and there's a if you can see it, there's a slot in there. I don't know if you can see that or not. And when it's on the inside in here, and then you have the 3 mounted around, and then you go around and you tighten up all of the bolts, and you do it equally all the way around, and then that's how you basically mount it. And that was one of the other nice things about this particular foregrip is that there's no proprietary barrel nut that you have to use. You just use the standard barrel nut that comes with your AR. And when you mount it, it's really easy. You have these grooves cut in here that match up with your barrel nut, and then you just slide it over your barrel nut, and you put it on at a slight angle, goes over, and then you turn it around. And as you're turning it around, there is this little lug on here that catches right here on the upper receiver, and that's how you know that you have it lined up, and you can pretty much see that it's lined up. Okay, so also with mounting, say you want to mount an optic on here, it comes with in the box, it comes with 3 choices of, or 3 pieces of Picatinny rail that you can mount. And the way that it works is you have a back bracket and then the front bracket, and then you have some mounting hardware bolts, very similar to this. and it mounts. And what you do is you have some divots here. You know, actually, there's something I just noticed, and it's not on the one of the other ones I have, but it looks like you have a quick mount detachable. The Magpul makes the new sling that has that quick detach mount. I forget what it's called, but I'll annotate it. But anyway, as you can see, you just mount it on here, okay, and then this goes on the inside. All right, and you line up the holes, and then you put the bolts in, and that's how you have, now you have some extra Picatinny rail to mount a flashlight or something else. And just wanted to go grab the smaller, and there's the actual hardware for it. So you get one for each one, and then you can mount it on. I think that's great. You can mount it. You're not stuck with a side Picatinny. You can mount it on the angles here. You can mount just a little tiny piece. You can mount just a little tiny piece if you want. You mount it down here. That's just enough for me to put my flashlight on. And really, there's not much to it because it's light. Now, real quick here, not to make this a really long video, but this one here is another one, and this is mounted just a little bit differently. This is a 13.5 inch, and this is for 308. And this one does come with a you mount it with 2 Allen bolts here. This is what is the compression around the barrel nut, but this actually does come with a barrel nut. And I'm not too sure if that's a proprietary barrel nut just for the 308, or if they just give you an extra one. I haven't done the build for this yet, and I'll find out soon once I do the build. One of the things about the free float, I just want to mention this because I didn't mention this in my last video. One of the things about the free float, why would you put one on? And basically for me, it extends. If I'm going to have a 16-inch barrel, it extends the foregrip for me, so you have a longer place to, or more area to grab for the rifle. Also, again, it's lighter, and then it's supposedly more accurate. And I have to say, I think I'm a pretty good shot, but I agree. I think it does make it more accurate. You only have one point here that this foregrip is mounting, and there's nowhere else in here that this foregrip is making contact with the barrel. Whereas in this one, you have a couple of different points here, and supposedly just you holding this or having it mounted on something could affect the accuracy, because there's 2 points of contact on that. And I say two points. To me, this is mounted on the barrel nut. The barrel nut is mounted to the receiver, which holds in the barrel. So there is, I believe that there's some contact there. So anyway, so that is why you would want a free float Troy Industries foregrip, or for that matter of fact, any free float hand grip. Well, thanks for watching YouTube.